Look, this is crazy because, France, go les bleus, go les bleus. It's insane. You know that? Yes, really the most dangerous in Morocco. Phew. It's actually forbidden. Well, look at that. What is it? A cow's foot? The cow's leg? The cow's leg? Oh, what's that? Look what I found. Does this remind you of anything or not? I don't want any conflict, please. Just under 30 cents, that's crazy. This is really food for ordinary people. I'm really sorry, but once again, sensitive souls, beware. I used to say that often, but it doesn't matter. Someone just pretending to be nice, etc. To make a good impression. Salam? Yeah, I'm coming, thanks. Thank you. Actually, they just called me. I know the trick. Salam, brother. Argentina? I didn't get it, but he had something in his hand. This city is really dangerous. Really dangerous. Hello everyone, or should I rather say, Salam alaikum, Azul Feloen. It's been a long time since we've seen each other. It feels good, huh? I don't know if you recognize me. Because I'm getting older. I've gotten older. Wow, it's crazy though. I've already been traveling for 13 years. I've been making travel content on this YouTube channel for 9 years. It's been 18 months since I last traveled. Traveled, and I hadn't released any new adventures. Because 2024 into 2025 was pretty complicated for me, which I've already talked about a lot on my channel in a video that was dedicated to that, which I recommend you go watch. If you're wondering why I disappeared for so long, mainly because of a severe injury, a full Achilles tendon rupture. There you go, you can clearly see the scar. But that's it, it's time for a new adventure. No spoilers, it's written in the title. I'm in Morocco. In a city I fell in love with that I discovered in 2023 in Tangier in the north of Morocco. I have about 10 days here to go explore the north of Morocco. So I came here in 2023. I enjoyed it and promised to return to explore northern Morocco between Tangier and Oujda. I have no plan, like always, it'll be freestyle. Nothing is planned, anything could happen. I have a new camera I haven't tested in real conditions yet. So there you go, that's a little update. In any case, I hope you're doing well. I'm really happy to see you again. It's very emotional, I'm not gonna lie, to be traveling solo again. After everything I've been through. And to be here with a healed foot as well. Well, not 100% because I'm still missing a bit of strength and a bit of flexibility. I'm continuing alongside the trips. The rehabilitation, so this is a first trip to get back into it. I wanted to go to a country I know. So of course I chose a destination that's not too far, pleasant, where there's sunshine, not too expensive either. And I chose to come back to Morocco. So to explore a part of Tangier, I don't know. Now let me just make a quick aside. I'm Ben, for those who don't know me. So, as I told you, it's been quite a while now that I've been making travel-focused videos on this YouTube channel. So, if you're new, if you've only subscribed recently, thank you very much. And for all of you who might be discovering me today, maybe after 9 years of creating content, don't hesitate to encourage me by subscribing, liking, and sharing. That's how it works. Of course, only if you really enjoy the content. And join me on my social networks, especially my Instagram account, Benetco, because there I post a lot of things live. It's like you're with me every day, behind the scenes, but now also on my Snapchat account. Yes, I'm getting back on Snapchat too, so let's get started. From the rooftop of the hotel where I spent 3 days, because I've already been here for 3 days, I spent the first 3 days here with my mom, and I showed her a bit of my life as a traveler. My mom hasn't had the chance to travel much in her life. So I thought, come on mom, I'll show you a bit of my traveler's life. We're going to a really nice destination. It's Tangier, by the sea. Tangier is dangerous. It's a beautiful city. I'm telling you, it's a real favorite of mine. So here, this is a hotel located in the Medina of Tangier. So this is the Medina. And on the other side, that's the Kasbah of Tangier. I've already made videos in this city. I recommend you check out the playlists on my YouTube channel. I really explored everything. So I think doing the same things again would be a little boring because I really explored this city thoroughly. But since it's my first day alone, since I took my mom to the airport this morning, it's a comeback vlog. It's a gentle vlog. It's a new day, a new adventure, a new vlog. And I thought we would just wander around, meet people, eat, taste, and discover new things. You know, just for a comeback video, and we do it together. So wow, like I told you, it's a lot of emotions. And it's such a great feeling. There are no other words. It's such a great feeling. So I spent these 3 days with my mom in this hotel called Hotel Mauritania. It has a very beautiful rooftop. I had found a really great deal on the internet. 80 euros for 3 nights for 2 people. That's really cheap. In the heart of the Medina of Tangier. A lovely little view of the gorgeous sea. But I had to change this morning for the simple reason that, well, actually, if I wanted to stay one more night, they charged me 350 dirhams. That's about 35 euros, maybe a little less. It hasn't changed much since my first trip to Morocco in 2017. This is actually my 4th trip to Morocco. There have been quite a few. Marrakech, Agadir, Sidibni, Mirleft, Tarazout, Ouarzaza, Taïd Ben Hadou, Meknespes, Casablanca, Rabat, and so on. By the way, all these adventures are available on my YouTube channel, but it's always the same. You have to divide by about 10 to get the price in euros. So 10 dirhams is about 1 euro. A little bit less, that's it. So I changed hotels. When I came in 2023, I found a small hotel that wasn't too expensive. I had saved the address of a place with just the bare minimum. Really, we're not picky. A bed, a shower, a toilet, and a reasonably clean place. That's the basics for a traveler, quite simply. And a safe place to put my things, of course. My computer, my hard drives, etc. I've stayed in many hostels, and it's true you always need to lock up your things. So that's that. So what I suggest is that we set off on an adventure again. I'm really happy to be filming with this new camera too. It's such a pleasure. So this is the Mauritania Hotel with this beautiful rooftop. That was the room where I stayed during the first nights with my mom. By the way, it has been renovated. Very beautiful room. It was really cheap, 80 euros for 3 nights. We also got a bit of an upgrade because the first room they gave us had a leaking toilet. Look at how amazing the view is. Boom, we've got a view of the main street in the Medina of Tangier. The only thing is, actually, we're right next to several minarets. So every morning I'm woken up at 5:30. So another advantage of changing accommodations is that I moved a bit away from the minarets in the Medina. And normally, tomorrow morning, if everything goes well, I shouldn't be woken up at 5:30. I'll be able to get a little sleep. There you go. New exploration. Let's go. How do you say it again? Oh, right. Oh, darn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Remind me of your first name. Munis Hassan. There you go. They were lovely. Really, the Hotel Mauritania, they were very kind. They were very kind to my mom too. Thank you very much. My pleasure. Thank you very much. You have been wonderful. I send you my love. My pleasure. See you soon. God willing. With pleasure. Thanks. Thank you. I really wanted to thank them because they were truly wonderful. Especially with my mom. And oh, sorry. There you go. So here we go, we're starting, and we're right in the middle of it. That's it, in this Medina of Tangier. For the comeback, a new foot, a new tendon, you could say. It's beautiful. We're here. How I love this city. How I love this sunshine. How I love this sense of ease. There you go, life. It's good to live here. People are kind. We feel good. There you go. The hotel, here, we're really on the main street. And then what's really great about Tangier is letting yourself get lost, really. In the Medina, don't hesitate to turn right or left. Take the side streets. Yeah, se laisser perdre. Because that's how you really discover places. Should I film? You just have, what, knowledge? Look, it's crazy because every time I come here I discover new things. They offer sweet potatoes, kind of like in Japan at 7-Eleven. No, it's in Korea. This spot. South, am I complaining? Am I complaining? It's funny because I always ask how much it costs, but the thing is, I don't understand the prices. Well, I don't know how much it costs. I'm not hungry since I just had breakfast. It's crazy that every time I walk around here, I always discover new street vendors. In the evening, there are quite a few who sell street food too. And last night, for example, while I was walking around, vendors, my mother, and I found for the first time, I hadn't seen this in Tangier since I arrived, and even when I was here in 2023, a man who was offering small prickly pears. I tell you, France and Lille is blue, and Morocco and Iruch, welcome to Sharaf Hakimi, to Sharaf Hakimi, to Sharaf Hakimi. Really welcome, he says, people are lovely here. I have to tell you about it. It's just that compared to Marrakesh, I know Marrakesh, I've been there twice. Here the shopkeepers are much less aggressive and honestly I want to say much less annoying. That means you can look around peacefully, no one is going to bother you or try to push you or force you to buy something. Really here the shopkeepers are relaxed, you can look around peacefully. They'll just greet you but they won't force you to buy anything or anything like that. And that's what I find pleasant about Tangier compared to Marrakesh. It's that there are actually a lot fewer pushy people and a lot fewer scams too. People approach you less in the street saying buy this, buy that, money and so on. Whereas in Marrakesh, it's unbearable. For those who know, you get stopped almost every 2 minutes. And here, I love this spot. Let me show you a little bit. It's a place to relax peacefully. We have a beautiful view here of part of the Bay of Tangier. And here this summer, it was packed with people when I came here. That was in July 2023. There were always people here, especially from 5 p.m. on. There were lots of families with kids playing. There were concerts, lots of things going on. And what I really love is grabbing a coffee right there. There's a little coffee shop. And coming to sit here, it's just amazing. I also love the architecture of the Medina in Tangier. If you've ever been to Tangier, feel free to let me know in the comments if you also felt the same soft spot for it that I did. Here I think you're making us some roasted almonds, probably maybe to make hamalou afterwards. Traditional Moroccan spread, I love hamalou. A little semene, a bit of hamalou. Beautiful. There's my friend, whose place I went to for coffee this morning. I'm introducing him because he's too nice. He's a young guy, 20 years old. Hamza, how's it going? There you go, Hamza, it's a video. Exactly, I told you I come back after, but tomorrow I come back, I'll have coffee, God willing. Thank you very much, thank you so much. Hello, how's it going? Are you okay? He's really super nice. I had 3 coffees this morning. So you're going to say 3? You're joking. First of all, I'm a coffee addict, and on top of that, I've had aligners for a year. I did the Isoline treatment. By the way, a lot of people were asking me, well, did your treatment work well? Well, it was mainly for my bottom teeth. Yes, it worked well. I'm almost at the end of the treatment. The only problem when you have aligners actually is also a positive point that I stopped for a year because the Morocco jersey, I already have it. I bought it in 2019. I have the old one. Back then, by the way, it was Adidas. Puma was the sponsor. So the fact that I stopped for a year also allowed me to do my treatment calmly because honestly, traveling with the Isoline treatment is hell because you can only drink water when you have your aligners. You can't drink tea, no coffee, you can't eat anything. That means every time you have to take out the aligners, drink a coffee, brush your teeth, put the aligners back in, and if you want another coffee, it's the same thing. You see, if you want to have another coffee in an hour or 2, you have to take the aligners out again. Drink, brush your teeth, and put the aligners back in. Luckily, I'm almost done with my treatment, so we can start traveling again without them. New tendons, new teeth, new cameras. There's only new stuff. What I can tell you is that since this is my second time in Tangier, in total, I must have spent almost 10 days, because I spent about a week here in 2023. and now it's my 4th day because I spent 3 days with my mother. We also went to Chefchaouen. It was beautiful. I'll make a video for you in Chefchaouen. It's one of the next stops on this new trip. I don't want to spoil it for you. We haven't seen or done everything anyway, but I'm not going to pretend it's new or that I'm discovering it when actually, no, I went there yesterday. That's all I'll say for now. I don't know the other cities we're visiting. So that's pretty cool. But Tangier, the city, I know it so well, at least the Medina, the Kasbah, the seafront, that I can get around without GPS. And actually here in Tangier, there's a square called the Grand Soko. And I want to say that the slogan of the city of Tangier isn't all roads lead to Rome, it's all roads lead to the Grand Soko. You know that, right? Yeah. I know a little bit of Daria, but not enough to help with a taxi. So I really know my way around like the back of my hand. I also know plenty of places to eat well, local, at reasonable prices, and without paying double. Especially in the tourist restaurants in the Medina, which are very good, but are naturally a bit more expensive. So here, you see, we have the ramparts of the Medina of Tangier. These are old fortifications, but it's funny because there's a sort of double architecture. It looks like there's something old really with the stones and something modern on top. As if it was built afterwards, but that's probably what happened. So now I think we're going to head up towards the Grand Soko. Maybe we'll take a little walk around the market. I love markets. I think if you've been following me for years on YouTube, you know how much I enjoy markets. It's a lively place, a place where you can see a bit of real local life. The first spot, it's going to be a spot, yes, but something else very important. Really the most dangerous thing in Morocco is the scooters. In the Medina, they brush right past you, so be very careful. So as I was saying, the first spot is going to be pretty cool. How can you visit Morocco and not try fresh local orange juice? 100% pure juice. And by getting out of the Medina a bit, here it's cheaper than in the Medina. So I don't remember, what are the prices? Oh well, it's 5 dirhams, you see. And in the Medina, it's about 15 dirhams. Salam, can you lower it? No problem if I film. Makash mushki, sawa. Ala. And this one? Thank you very much, thank you very much. Yours, it's a pleasure. The aligners. Sorry. So, how's it going? If you were asking how it's going, well, that's how it's going. Not at McDonald's, but with the Visa line treatment. But saying that again, that's not very nice from Voila. I put them away neatly in their case. There you go. Is it okay? Is it okay? Let's put them away. And we can enjoy it, Besaha. But Besaha is for me. Is that okay? Yes, wonderful. Besides, the weather is nice, it feels good. It's hot today. Salam alaikum. Are you on TikTok? No, YouTube. Where are you from? India? Pakistan. I want to visit your country, God willing. Welcome. Where are you from? No, I'm from France. France. Do you speak French? No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, in Pakistan. I'm still not used to my new camera. I didn't even realize it had turned off while I was talking to the Pakistanis who were right there, who were lovely. I said I wanted to visit their country. They told me, of course, you're welcome anytime. One of them even gave me his number so I could contact him if I needed advice or anything about Pakistan. I hope it will be one of my next destinations. By the way, don't hesitate to give me feedback, really. It's important. Since it's a new camera, I don't have a microphone on it anymore like I used to have on my GoPro or my Sony ZV-1. I have a DJI Osmo Action Synchro just like yours. So I'd really like to get your feedback because I'm only using the camera's microphone and a small Bluetooth mic, but I don't use it because every time I have to turn it on and off, on and off, on and off. I usually turn on the camera only when needed, but your feedback would help. Let me know if the sound and image are good. That really helps me adjust things afterwards, but I think anyway, since this is a comeback vlog, it will also let me see during editing what was good, what wasn't good, what I can improve next time. So don't ask me why there aren't any drone shots. There are two reasons. The first is that I don't have a drone anymore. Salam, I had an old drone that was getting old, which I had actually bought second-hand. So I bought another one because I'd lost it in Turkey, if you remember, near the Syrian border. I think it was the army that must have caught it, that's it. So, since it was getting old, I sold it and I told myself I would buy another one. But I didn't get the chance because I didn't travel. And the second reason is that actually drones are forbidden in Morocco, just like in Algeria or Tunisia. So there won't be any nice drone shots during this adventure in Morocco. Thank you. All right, let's get going again. Come on. And here we are, live from the Shukran fish market in Zefkoya. And yes, we're by the sea, so that's the specialty here. Salam. They're so nice. The shrimp, oh, the shrimp tagines. It can't get any fresher than fresh here in Tangier, you see? They're harvested, peeled and sold in the restaurants. Salam alaikum. We have all kinds of fish, tuna. Salam alaikum, how are you? Thank you, Zef. Wow, 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 look at that. I don't know if it's tuna or swordfish. It's huge. So there isn't a sensory feature on YouTube yet. I've been asking for it since 2021. Salam alaikum, how are you? Hello, how are you? I can swear to you that if there were a sensory feature, and it will come, since we're in the age of artificial intelligence, I know that my content is now automatically translated into English. There's a bit of a robotic voice. You can try to change the voice, you'll see. You'll be able to hear me speaking in English. So I'm sorry if it's flickering a bit, I'm not in the right setting. For the lights. I wanted to say that if there were a sensory feature, salam alaikum, how are you? You will smell those fish market odors, salam alaikum. Oh wow, look at that. Salam. There you go. And as soon as we're done with the fish market, salam alaikum, we arrive here in the market. So everything like spices, butcher shops, fruits, vegetables, etc. So I don't know what the gentleman is peeling. Salam alaikum, it looks like a cow's foot. The cow's leg. The cow's leg. Shukran bezef. Is it edible? In soup? Couscous. Couscous tagine. Couscous tagine. Couscous, couscous tagine. Cow's foot. Wow, I've never tasted it. Shukran. So be careful. Sensitive viewers should look away. I'm sorry if you're a bit, salam alaikum, a bit sensitive, but that's part of the market too, of course. It's true that we're always used to seeing the finished product on our plate, a nice steak, etc. But before that, there are butchers who are there, who take care of the meat. That, I have no idea what it is. It looks like offal. Salam alaikum labes. Thank you. With some, it smells good here. It smells like olives. Salam. I love olives, but I'll try not to film too much on the butcher's side. Maybe out of respect for those who are a bit sensitive to those images. There are a lot of cow heads, sheep heads. That's part of the local culture in the Maghreb. You even eat sheep's head. I saw that in Algeria in particular. Check out the playlist tab on my YouTube channel for great adventures I recommend. And here, this is my favorite part. The olives, the spices, the fruits, the vegetables. Salam alaikum, how are you? Ziditoun. There you go. Real olives. Algerian olive oil or Moroccan olive oil, yes. Morocco. Meknes, Meknes? Ah, I understand. Olive oil from Morocco. There are also a lot of olive trees in Morocco. Shukran. And honey. I was joking with the gentleman because I asked if the olive oil was Algerian or Moroccan. Of course, we're in Morocco. There are a lot of olive trees, so obviously it's Moroccan. It was just a little joke. Careful, I don't want to start any wars or conflicts in the comments that are already deeply rooted, unfortunately. I love that too. Traditional Moroccan cheese, probably a good goat cheese. I've tasted it, it's so good. In the morning, you put that in the mezzamen, a bit of cheese, a bit of honey. It's just amazing. And there you go. After leaving the market, you can head to either the entrance or exit of the Medina. There are plenty of both, so it doesn't matter which direction you come from. And we arrive at the Grand Soko, this very beautiful square in Tangier. Like I told you, all roads lead to the Grand Soko. If you want to go to the city of Tangier, the city that's, let's say, the more modern part, it's over there at the exit of the Medina. There's a large square there. It's very nice in the evening. Well, whether it's during the day or in the evening, there are a lot of people who come to sit down, relax, and enjoy this beautiful square with a very beautiful mosque that has a slightly pink minaret. And really, it's always the main landmark here. Whenever I need a taxi, I go to Grand Soko and I always ask drivers to drop me off there. That's it, this is where it all happens. If you visit Tangier, remember this. Grand Soko, that's where everything begins. And down there, the Petit Soko. Down there, the Petit Soko, exactly. Oh, what's that?
That's awesome. What's that? That's Chef Chowan.
Ah, okay, I got it.
I saw your face, yes.
Yes.
Where do you live in France? Paris. My family is from Montpellier.
Is Montpellier beautiful? Have you ever been there?
I'm wearing blue like Chef Chowan.
Chef Chowan is beautiful too.
I've never been to Europe. This is my Morocco.
Inshallah, un jour.
I think that Africa, Ghana, Congo, Ambrose, Sudan.
Senegal. What's your favorite country?
No, I mean which country?
You'd recommend in Africa besides Morocco?
I was in Africa. Africa is beautiful. Ghana, Congo, Zimbabwe.
So Morocco is your favorite, if you had to recommend one to me? Besides Morocco, which other African country do you suggest?
It's Sudan.
Sudan? Okay.
I'll take the cash, I'll give you the map so you can see the cash. I'll give you the map, I'll show you around, give you the map, and you take your time, you come.
I already know. I've already visited everything here. I'll give it to you. Actually, I didn't notice, but he had something in his hand. Chokran, thank you very much. I didn't want to film much since these are somewhat illicit, but they're made in northern Morocco. I think you understand. It's hashish. There was a little olive. Look at what I found. Does this remind you of anything or not? For those of you who followed the adventure in Algeria. Thank you very much, the famous karantika.
So this one?
This isn't the Algerian one, it's the one from Morocco. More specifically from the north of Morocco, because it's the first time I've seen it in Morocco. Well, not really the first time, because it's my second time in Tangier, but I've never seen it anywhere else in Morocco, except in Tangier. Because since it's originally a specialty from Oran, so from the north of Algeria, the northwest side of Algeria, I think there are definitely a lot of similarities between the northeast of Morocco and the northwest of Algeria. They're neighboring countries, so of course I think there are a lot of specialties in common. And so here actually it's not called Karantika, it's called Caliente. So we'll avoid the debates about whether it's Moroccan, Algerian and so on. I don't want any conflict, please. One Karantika bread, please. Thank you, Beze. Thank you, Beze. Thank you, Bezekoya. So it's funny because usually the Karantika seller, well, Caliente, here in the north of Morocco. Thank you, Koya. Thank you. No need for a taxi, huh? I have a new tendon. Thank you, Koya. So what I was saying is that I absolutely don't remember anymore. The taxis made me lose my train of thought. But basically, so here, Moroccan caliente. Caliente means hot, so it's a chickpea flan that I've shown many times in Algeria. I love it. By the way, it's really the kind of food ordinary people eat. It only costs 3 dirhams. That's a little less than 30 cents, it's crazy. It's really the kind of food ordinary people eat. Why? Usually street vendors like this selling caliente, you find them in the evening in the Medina. There's one who sells slices of caliente. There's another one who sells prickly pears. Sometimes there's one who makes sandwiches. Salam alaikum. It's funny because it's not for me. I didn't do anything. But here they burn all that stuff. Animal feet, animal heads. I'm really sorry, but once again, if you're squeamish, look away. Skip to 23 minutes into today's video if you're really a bit sensitive to this kind of image. But I don't know why. This is where they burn animal heads, sheep heads and feet. You see there are ovens. It's in a kind of small shop like this outside the Medina. I had already seen that 2 years ago. There you go. Surely, because honestly I have no idea. I don't know. I think maybe you don't throw an animal's head in the trash or something, I don't know. Maybe you have to burn it, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But here, this is the spot. Here, when you leave the Medina, there are people torching animal heads, if I can put it that way. But above all, actually, little mechanic shops, actually. And there you go. Before going to eat your sandwich, you really need to have a strong stomach. That's just life. I don't even know how things work in France. We slaughter animals. What happens to the head and other parts? Maybe we should check if Thibaut Tinchep made a video about butchers, since he covers many jobs. That could be interesting actually. We don't know everything. We don't know it all. I always find it interesting to learn new things, to discover. To be curious, to ask why we do this. That's it. What I know is that Tangier is a really nice city. Very relaxed, with lots of green spaces. Maybe I'm not showing the best part right now, but I just passed through a small park. Here it looks a bit like an old cemetery. You see, you can see what look like graves. But we're going to sit down a little further to try the Moroccan caliente. I don't know what you think about that. But I really recommend you go check out the previous videos I filmed in Tangier, because they were really great and we explored the city in depth, the Medina, the Kasbah, the modern city. And what I also like in Morocco, and it's kind of the same in all the Maghreb countries, but also in Turkey, is that there are a lot of dogs and cats that are not aggressive at all. Unfortunately, many of them are sometimes in rough shape. You can see that they have things like conjunctivitis, diseases that they pass on to each other. Sometimes there are some that are in bad shape, but there are some that are really beautiful. There you go. Now we're moving a bit away from the tourist center. We're heading out. And I remember this building. There's a beautiful church across the street. See, in Tangier there aren't just mosques, there's also a synagogue in the Medina of Tangier and a church there. There are surely others, of course, but I don't claim to know the whole city of Tangier. Oh yes, I remember. Across from the church there was a florist. They sold many plants and it was beautiful. It's funny because it brings back memories. Now I'm crossing the street, Moroccan style. Up. Walking around like this. But I do remember passing by there, enjoying walking among the plants. Hello?
Oh, vlog!
How are you?
Do you have a channel? Yes!
Do you speak French?
Yes.
That's true.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you brothers?
Yes, we are young. Do you make vlogs on YouTube? Yes, I also made vlogs.
Really? What's your channel?
On Instagram, Twamvlog.
How do you spell it?
Twamvlog!
Okay, I'll check it out and subscribe.
Welcome to Tangier!
Thank you very much.
How many subscribers do you have? Yes!
Not too many, 300,000.
Oh, that's a lot. On YouTube.
Yes.
What's your name?
Benenko. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Benko.
Oh, that's it. I'm going in today. Oh!
Thank you for coming to see me. Thank you very much.
But put me in the video!
Of course. Of course.
What's your name? Long live Tangier! Long live Tangier! I'm Jade. Bravo. You're from Spain. I came to get Annie to subscribe.
Oh yes, but you speak French very well.
Yes, of course.
Bravo, of course. That's good. Do you speak French? Yes. That's good. Because here, a lot of young people speak English more than French.
Yes. Do you follow people? Yes. Tell your follower to give us, of course.
Problem, but what is it?
That his name is Dina. No.
We shouldn't bother them. Alright, bye. Thank you. Actually, I noticed that in most Maghreb countries it's the same. Also in Algeria, the new generation doesn't speak French anymore. People don't learn French anymore. It's a language that's being lost more and more in the Maghreb and is being replaced by English, which I think is more important than French because it's an international language that's really spoken around the world. And so often younger generations speak English much more than French. So that's why I was actually surprised that they expressed themselves in very good French. And I still haven't eaten my karantika. Tangier is nice because it has many green spaces, as I mentioned earlier. Well, I came across an old cemetery back there, but otherwise, around the Grand Soko, even on the seafront, there are quite a few green spaces and they're really well maintained because you often see people watering the grass, picking up trash and so on. And it's finally going to be time to taste and show you the karantika, the Moroccan version this time. Northern Moroccan version. There you go. So, enough talking. Well, it looks pretty good. And I think it's much nicer to eat it in a setting like this. Oh hey, you're here? I didn't see you. I think you want some too. But now, with the view of the Medina, the Kasbah, I can see a little bit of the sea. It's calm, it's relaxing, it's peaceful. I could even take a little nap to digest. But first, of course, a taste test. Street food, you know me, that's a must when I travel. So it's made with a good Moroccan baguette that's very, very soft. I think it probably isn't very hot anymore since I walked for 10 or 15 minutes before sitting down. But it looks really good. It's a chickpea flan, and the only difference, at least that I can notice, compared to the one I've eaten many, many times in Algeria, is that in Algeria you can eat it like this, by the slice, on its own, with a bit of cumin on top. And it costs about the same. In Algeria it was 10-15 cents, 20 cents at most. Or you can also eat it in bread, like a baguette. But the difference in Algeria is that you can add harissa on top. And I think that makes all the difference. Karantika, baguette, cumin, harissa, man, that really hits the spot. And here, there's no harissa. I asked, there's no harissa. On the other hand, they put some kind of red powder on it, and I think it must be chili powder. That's it, plain and simple. Well, that's normal. 3 dirhams, not even 30 cents? What more could you ask for? It's good, it's comforting, it's still a little warm, it's creamy, it really fills you up. It's full of protein since it's made with chickpeas, and it's really everyday food for ordinary people. I love it. With this view, oh, I didn't see him, he was behind me. With my new buddy, we're really having a great time in Tangier, and it's not over yet because I have a little idea for the end of the day. To take you to an amazing spot, to let you discover or rediscover it. For those who saw the 2023 episodes in Tangier, a really incredible spot for the end of the day. It's not long. It's still missing a bit of harissa though. Back in the Medina, I told you, what's cool here is letting yourself get lost. But hey, I've kind of become like a local now. Because without bragging, I know it pretty well from having explored it up and down, back and forth. And actually... Yeah. Last time I wanted to check at a jersey shop to see if they had the Algerian jersey. Because, well, you know that, unfortunately, maybe you don't know. There are political conflicts, unfortunately, between Morocco and Algeria. They are brotherly peoples, but still there are political conflicts. And so, actually, I saw jerseys, of course, from Morocco, from lots of clubs, from countries, from France. Zidane jerseys from 2006, it's incredible, but I never saw any Algerian jerseys. So I thought to myself, is it because of political conflicts that they don't sell Algerian jerseys? So I went to ask. So the purpose of this video, of course, is not to divide, it's to unite. And you see that even here, business is business. Of course, you can find jerseys from all the clubs, and of course from national teams as well, like the Morocco national team, but you can also find the Algerian jersey.
You can see it over there, hidden in the back. I'll grab it. I can't reach it. The green one, the Algerian jersey. Algeria. 1, 2, 3, Viva Algeria. That pink one, I don't know, thanks.
I've never seen that one, but look.
There's the jersey of the Greens, the Phoenix, and the jersey,
of course,
of the European champions.
I'm not talking about OM, I mean Paris Saint-Germain. If you've been following me for a while now, you know that in every country I go to, I like to buy the national team's jerseys, so I have quite a few jerseys, I collect them now. I have the Colombia jersey, I have the Albania jersey, some great adventures by the way, which I filmed in Albania in 2022, right after Algeria Season 1. I have quite a few jerseys, and the Morocco jersey, I bought it in 2019 during my second trip. By the way, so I have a jersey that's actually pretty old, but I really enjoy wearing it and bringing it with me. Every time I come here
to Morocco to fit in better. People often mistake me for a Moroccan.
With my beard growing and the Moroccan jersey on me, I really blend in.
In the crowd, no problem.
And that restaurant right there, Vandalucia, I tried it back in 2023 too. I came back here a few days ago, I ate here, and the owner remembered me. I showed him the video I made, they were really happy. Let's see if they're here. Salam alaikum, the best. He's praying, we shouldn't disturb him. I'll come greet him after the prayer. Yes, I know, I just wanted to say hello. I'll come back in 5 minutes. It's normal. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
The jacket.
The jacket? Very well, thank you, I'm fine. Very well, thank you very much, very well. I'm sleeping, salam alaikum. I always invite them, it's nothing. So on the terrace, what do you want me to bring?
Me, no, I've already moved.
It's okay, I know.
I know.
If you're away, I say you're coming and invite you.
Well then,
A tea. All right, just tea. A tea with a little cake.
and without sugar?
Without sugar, nothing else. Without sugar, nothing. Without sugar.
Not sweetened.
Where is your mother?
She already went back home. I took her to the airport this morning.
That's for sure. Have a good trip. Have a good trip. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave. Tea, earth.
Thank you very much.
Would you like a little mint?
No, that's kind of you, thank you. No, honestly, thank you, that's kind of you. The boss is actually really nice. So thank you, Kroya. Obviously the reunion isn't exactly spontaneous, quote unquote. This is the third time I've seen him. I've already seen him twice off camera. The first day I came here for lunch with my mom. I mainly wanted to show her the terrace actually. It's a very beautiful terrace. I was surprised the first time I came here. I had actually eaten on the ground floor. At the end of the meal he told me, I remember clearly, we have a terrace, go up. He offered me fruits, tea and pastries. So since I really enjoyed the setting, I came back to eat here. And by pure chance it was yesterday or the day before. I was leaving the hotel and I ran right into my boss in the Medina. I greeted him salam and I promise it's true. At that moment you might think there's a camera, so he pretends to be nice and so on. To make a good impression? Not at all, I promise it's true. He told me, you and your mom are always welcome. Next time you come back, you're my guests. It's my treat. You can order whatever you want. And it's a restaurant, so it's really sweet. But it doesn't surprise me, because I'm used to it now. Having traveled quite a lot, many times, in the Maghreb countries, this hospitality is typical of the Maghreb countries. These are really very hospitable countries. And I have shown it many times in all the videos I have made. In Algeria, in Morocco, in Tunisia. So, of course, the reunion with the boss felt a bit less spontaneous. But anyway, you saw, he still asked me, do you want something? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And on top of that, you have the most beautiful jersey in the world. Yes. Well done.
Hashraf Hakibi chocolate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Here you go, the tea, like I mentioned. He wanted to treat me to a meal. He asked me if I wanted something and all. Then I said, no. Well, obviously we're in the Maghreb. An invitation can't be refused. Sometimes it's even frowned upon. So a little tea, that's it, quite simply. Since I'm not very hungry right now, with the breakfast I had off camera, some good mezemen, some coffee, and then the caliente afterwards, even though I usually have a good appetite. Right now I'm not very hungry. So a little tea with some cookies. So I'm sorry, maybe you know. Feel free to let me know in the comments. I forget the name of these cookies every time. I remember my first time here, I called them gazelle horns. These aren't gazelle horns, but I always forget the name of these cookies. They're really good though. For real, and with some tea without sugar. Look, Moroccan style. I must have become a real Moroccan after all these trips. Beautiful, and there you go. Come on. We're in a pretty great spot here, just look. The terrace, how beautiful it is. With a view of the Medina of Tangier. We feel so good here. This city is so relaxing. Plus, coming here in the off-season when few tourists are around, it's even better. We end up sometimes almost alone in some spots. We mostly have the Medina's alleys to ourselves. But there are a lot of Spaniards here in Tangier because we're really very close to Spain. I was talking with a shopkeeper who told me actually Spaniards just come here for the day since it's not far at all. We're only 30 minutes away by plane. I'm not sure which Spanish city is 30 minutes away by plane, but some people visit just for the day, arriving in the morning and leaving in the evening. That's crazy. And at the same time, we're not far from Paris either, because if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 2 or 2.5 hour flight to come to Tangier. So there you go. The sun, the sea, the hospitality, the... Fortunately, I didn't put my aligners back in. Lucas. Actually, I met Lucas, a nice Italian guy on the terrace. He speaks a little French. Hi to everyone. His grandmother is French. His grandmother is French but was born in Tunisia. In Tunisia? Yes. Tunisia and Italy are next to each other. Exactly. So I actually showed him that now with the new version of YouTube, you can set it to English. It's translated automatically. It's incredible. That means now anyone around the world can watch my videos without me having to bother to add English subtitles. It's crazy, right? It's incredible. Thank you very much.
Prego.
Ciao.
De nada. Ciao. Ciao.
I am very happy, really, about this new feature. This proves progress and technology never stop. Because it's something that made me really sad when I started making videos. The thing is, subtitling content, it takes a lot of time. A huge amount of time. And given that I was making videos daily, it required a workload huge. If I also had to add English subtitles on top of that, wow, that was really epic. So, the fact that now there's artificial intelligence now, there is this new feature that I was telling you about a little earlier in the video, where actually YouTube actually lets you to be able to add a slightly robotic voice in English. But we understand everything because I tested it a few days ago. And actually, Assalamu alaikum, alhamdulillah. And I wanted to see if it translated well. And honestly, it translates really well. So I'm very happy because now when I go international, when I meet English speakers or even Spanish speakers or whoever, at least I could tell them if they speak English that now, oh yes, there's nothing there. I know the Medina well, but when I talk to the camera, I get lost. Nice, thank you very much. The wood market? Yes. Thank you, that's nice. So as I was saying, I'm really very happy with this new feature. So I know it was already available previously, but only for major YouTubers like Mr. Beast, the world's top YouTuber. But these were real dubs, like in the movies. And it's crazy because he has voice actors in every language. Voice actors in Chinese, in Japanese, in Korean, in Hindi, in Arabic, in French, in Spanish. It's impressive on his channel. My budget isn't like Mr. Beast's. I don't have the same number of subscribers. He's really nice. So, I have this function, so I'm very happy. That's the Medina. We let ourselves get lost in these little alleyways. Ah. And here I am then, the gentleman, but after that, sometimes, so be careful, not always. I don't want to speak too soon, but sometimes there are often people who offer you things like that to show you around and accompany you in the end. They ask you for money, like they guided you, etc. And it kind of ruins the human connection sometimes. That's a shame. But I don't feel that way here. Thank you. Shukran bzaf. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ah, there you go. Yes, I'll give it to you. Well, I kind of suspected it. I know. The thing is, it happens a lot when traveling, and we can't help everyone. €1 here, €1 there. You'd need a big budget to give to everyone.
Tout ça,
Give as much as you can. Sadly, my budget isn't unlimited. That's for sure. If I had it, I do what I can within my means. If I had millions in my bank account, definitely I'd treat everyone. That's just how it is. I do what I can. And that's commonplace. Not only in Morocco, but also in other countries. Alright, Salam, yeah, I'm coming, thanks. Actually, I'm worried. They called me. I know the trap. From the moment they hear you speaking French, they call out to you. And that's because really they're trying to pitch you something. And that's what's unfortunate sometimes. It kind of destroys human relationships. It happened to me in many countries, especially in Senegal. A man approached me after noticing my camera. And I told him right from the start. Because, well, there are a lot of tourist scams. And after a while, when it's the 10th one of the day, it can get a bit tiring. That's part of travel too. But the thing is, I told him from the start, we can chat, no problem. That's nice. But on the other hand, but if it's just to sell me something or ask me for a bag of rice or I don't know what, there you go. I prefer to be honest. I'd rather not. But he says no, it's really just the pleasure of talking with a foreigner, etc. And in the end, after an hour, well, he asks me for money to buy him a bag of rice. He tells me a really touching story. Like, he crossed the sea by boat, he was arrested by the Spanish police. The Spanish police mistreated him, they beat him. They often try to play a bit on the heartstrings. I'm not saying it didn't happen. So beautiful. We're in the Casbah Mosque. But there you go. That's just part of traveling. It's the same worldwide. I've been to Vietnam, Cambodia, and more. In those countries, it's even worse because often children come to see you. And it's even harder. That's when you realize how lucky you are. For me, every trip really puts things in perspective. I remind myself I'm lucky for what I have. I still had a good upbringing, even though I grew up in public housing in the Paris suburbs. To have had a modest life, never lacking anything, always having food on my plate, a roof over my head, a bed, a shower. I never lacked anything. But there you go. On that note, I'll leave you with these beautiful fortifications, and in a few seconds we're going to go through the gates of the Casbah, and you're going to see an extraordinary view, and this is exactly where I wanted to take you to end the day, to go admire a beautiful sunset. Look, there's part of the fishing port over there. So on this camera, I don't have as much zoom on this camera as I did on the old one, where I could really zoom in well, but you can really see all the fishermen's boats. And right there where I'm pointing my finger, c'est un très bon spot. Freed fish. So I came here in 2023. There was a French guy, by the way, very nice. His name was Antoine. He took me there. Some Moroccan friends had shown him this place, and we went to eat there. It's a place where Moroccans come to eat. All fried fish and similar dishes. It's friendly and very cheap. And it's really nice. And here you can go all the way around. Smalia, pardon. Actually, around the ramparts. It's really a nice walk. Longue balade, mais surtout ce qui est vraiment very cool to come here at the end of the day to admire the sunset. By the way, you can already see the colors of the late afternoon. And really the pleasure, it's to sit here and to order a small coffee, a tea, really just a little drink, and to admire at the same time the sunset. And I think that's what we're going to do right now, even though I had some tea, kindly offered by the restaurant owner. Well, I'm going anyway. Have another tea, just to enjoy this last sunset. It's Salam Koya, Argentina, thanks to, I'm going to enjoy a little tea. Just for the view, for the pleasure of this last day in Tangier. Honestly, if that isn't an absolute delight to end a day like this in Tangier, with your feet up, with an incredible view and a good Moroccan tea. No sugar, we're being careful. Well, honestly, I'm done traveling. It's nice and hot, but it's delicious. As I said earlier in the video, this city, it was dangerous. Seriously, Tangier, it's a dangerous city. Because when you come, you don't want to leave anymore. It's so great here. Check out this amazing setting. People are nice, the weather is great, it's nice out. The food is delicious. The Mediterranean, the sun. We feel good. What I also forgot to tell you, not sure if you can see it, but I see it much better. But actually you can see it, pieces of land in front, and what you see, if you can see it, that's Spain. Yes, because it's only 15 kilometers away. Qui nous sépare de Tangier to Spain. So right in front is Andalusia. And that's what I was telling you, it's really very quick to cross the Strait of Gibraltar. That's why there are a lot of Spaniards who come over. Just for a day, they leave in the morning and come back in the evening, or for a short weekend, because they're really close by. But again, I want to be careful with what I say. It all depends on where you live in Spain. If you live in the south of Spain, you're really right across. On the other hand, if you live in the north of Spain, it's a bit farther, but it's still a bit closer than Paris. As you can see, night has fallen over Tangier. And what would a video be? From Balenco, without the famous room tour, it's a must. To show you a little bit the places where I sleep, what we can afford, so to speak, when you're a solo traveler, or even with others. I have to admit, I misspoke a little at the start. Please forgive me. I told you that I spotted a hotel in 2023 when I came. That's true. By the way, the address is somewhere around here. It's really cheap. It costs 200 dirhams every time I want to say dinars. I always mix them up. Dinars are for Algeria, dirhams are for Morocco. I need to get used to it again. But actually, I had the address. I entered it into Google Maps. I knew it was more or less near the seaside. But it turns out that it didn't send me to the right place. It sent me to a different hotel. And that's not the one I originally wanted to go to. But when I went inside, I asked for the price. The man told me 250. And I told him, oh well, I'm going to another hotel next door, it's 200. And in the end, the gentleman matched the price. But he still told me that here it's a bit better and all that, etc. So he gave me the room for 200. Very nice. So that's a little less than 20 euros. And look at this. You can't see very well. I think it's going to be much nicer tomorrow morning. Since I arrived here in the middle of the day, we have a view of the sea. So for the little room tour, it's going to be very simple. I told you. A modest room. You don't need much when you travel. So I have 2 single beds, a small towel, a little space where I put my things, closets that I won't use. That's pretty funny. Hotels often have TVs. Here there isn't one. But like I always say, TVs, I never use them, so I don't need one. As long as I have an internet connection, I'm very happy. And bathroom, toilet in the room. Very good and simple, just how I like it. There you go. And there's also a rooftop. That's pretty cool. I wash my clothes by hand every day. That's how you travel light, with a small bag. The secret is to bring less and wash by hand. That lets me do it during my shower. Boom, to wash my clothes. And then to take them up to the terrace and let them dry, pick them up the next day. Plus, since the weather is nice and there's quite a bit of wind like this by the sea, they dry pretty quickly. So I'm pretty happy that it's nighttime, since it's also going to allow me to test the night mode of my camera. So I'm on the hotel terrace facing the sea. It's the end of this beautiful day of exploring in Tangier. but also the end of this episode. Of course, I'll put all the good tips in the description box as usual. The hotel where I'm staying is the Magellan Hotel. The hotel is also pretty good for 200 dirhams. It's the Nabil Hotel. Shout out to all the Nabils if any of you are watching this video, and I'm sure there's at least one of you. So for this conclusion, I have a lot to tell you, of course. I'm enjoying myself. Traveling again, walking again. That's when you realize how lucky we are when we can walk, especially when you've been immobilized like I was for several months. All those rehab sessions, like I said in one of the previous videos that I recorded, that was 6 months ago on my YouTube channel. The greatest wealth, in my opinion, in this world is health. Time. Meaningful relationships we can have with people, whether it's family or friends, or even the people we meet while traveling. In my opinion, those are the greatest riches. Well, to wrap up, I know this is a comeback episode, and I would really ask you to be understanding, because it's been a long time since I made a travel video. So it's true that at first I might have been a bit too enthusiastic. I was overflowing with energy. I only wanted one thing: to start the day. I'm a bit more tired now though, because I walked quite a lot. I still used up quite a bit of energy. Talking with people, expressing myself on camera, it takes a lot of mental energy. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, let me know in the comments as usual. Above all, don't hesitate. If you have constructive criticism, as I said, just because I've made videos for almost 10 years doesn't mean that I'm not open to criticism when it's constructive. Feel free to tell me what you thought about it too. About the new camera, the new equipment. Is the sound good? I'm looking forward to editing. To see all that a little bit, especially since the videos aren't posted more or less in real time anymore, like before. Because before I used to post day by day. I won't be able to thank the supporters if there are any. So what I'll do, instead of thanking them like that on camera, I'll display the names somewhere to thank the supporters. And if you stayed, I think the video will be long. Until the conclusion, feel free to write the word popcorn. It's a word that has absolutely nothing to do with Morocco, because if I told you to write Medina, Kasbah, Tangier, I wouldn't have known. Who would have stayed until the end of the video? But maybe by writing a sentence with the word popcorn, I tell myself that at least this way I'm sure to see who stayed until the end of this video. So I'm aware of that too. That maybe in my attitude today there were less of a surprise factor, because I really explored the city thoroughly. I made some great videos about this city, so I wasn't necessarily quote unquote discovering it or being surprised, because I really got to know it well. But this is the first video from a small series of videos in Morocco, and we're going to discover cities together. That's cool. I love discovering cities at the same time as you. When I already know the cities, there's less of a surprise. So discovering the cities together is going to be much cooler. Anyway, I send you all a big hug. From Tangier, I'll see you very soon for the next video. Don't forget to stay subscribed and make sure to turn on the bell. That way at least you'll be notified when the next video comes out. And all that's left for me to say is, take good care of yourselves. Don't forget to travel. Take care of yourselves. It's important. But most importantly, never forget one thing when nothing is planned. Anything can happen.